To be honest, I did not find my teammates. My teammates found me.
Are you profitable right now? The biggest question of the video is. So hi guys, welcome back to the another video. Today we have Monisha. Hi Monisha, how are you?
I'm doing great, Ritik. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. So guys, this video is going to be very interesting. Why? Because she's a creative founder of an agency. How she's work, how his agency is doing for the services, what all the works and services she's providing. वो हम वीडियो में बात करेंगे. But this video is interesting because she's a creative and profitable founder. So let's start with the first question. Monisha, how you get an idea to start in this industry?
Actually, I had a passion for design, and previously I was working in a startup, and there I discovered the whole concept of design and everything.
Hmm.
So, after I discovered the concept of design, I further got to know about UX designing. And I took a lot of courses in UX, and I also did a few professional certificates. But then a lot of startups are not based on design, like for the core purpose. So I thought, why not start, a startup in this? Because also this was like a very bright passion of mine. So I thought, why not? We'll just combine both design and startup, and we'll do something, new. So that's how the Creatify Lab actually started, and it's running good. Yeah.
And how you get to the point to the name, the company name, Creatify Lab? Have you
Okay.
brainstorming yourself? Do you need some kind of help from your family members or your friends?
No. When it came to the name of my company, I did not suggest it to anybody.
Hmm.
I cracked my head for like over 1 month to come to a decision. And basically, the name means, phi, right? PHI. It's like a physics acronym used. And it's also known as the most creative number in the universe. So
Okay.
I thought, why not we combine creativity and fight together and make it as Creatify.
Okay.
So that's how the name came into action, and I really loved the name. So I thought, why not? And lab is because we all know that we do a lot of experiments in the lab. So
Hmm.
I thought, why not we do creative experiments? So I
Hmm.
just came to this name of the Creatify Lab.
Okay. And what are all the services you are offering right now? And what are all the services you offer in the initial stage?
So in the initial stage, we were offering content writing,
Hmm.
digital marketing that
Hmm.
includes ads management,
Hmm.
and we also were giving design.
Hmm.
So this was in the initial stage. Right now, we're expanding a bit, and we're also planning to give out workshops, which is already in process right now.
Okay.
So we're planning to do a lot of workshops, a lot of webinars, a lot of online workshops and offline ones, which are coordinated with colleges and schools. And
Okay.
slowly, we're also planning to expand it to corporate people in a way where they can bring creative thinking in their daily corporate life as well. So
Okay.
this is the current services that we are actually going to put in.
So, Monisha, can you please brief about what is workshop you are going to launch for the corporates and for their users?
Okay, so workshop basically we have a lot of kind of niches in workshops. So first thing, when you take design, we have three packages actually. The first one will be your rookie package, second one will be your growth, and the third one will be your industry ready. So
Okay.
rookie package will consider all of the basics of design fundamentals, and your growth package will have kind of intermediate skills all required.
Hmm.
And your industry ready package will be with a certification as well as your industry ready profile as well in design. For example, a case study or their own portfolio website, whatever in that case. So
Okay.
in design itself, we have all of this. Apart from this, we're also planning collaborations between design. For example, AI in design and AI in automotive industry. So we're slowly expanding. So we're going to bring some in-depth knowledge about AI and as well as design and other kind of domains as well. But right now we are mainly focusing in entrepreneurship,
Hmm.
design, and AI. So
Okay.
we're thinking about how to, combine all these three. For now, we just have launched the design workshops and we're running it successfully. Uh, as the time goes, we'll maybe consider AI and entrepreneurship.
Okay, okay. This is we are going to talk about in future as well. जब ये चीजें
Yes.
start हो जाएंगी. But let's come to the point when you started your journey as a founder, when you started your company, you registered your company. The basic hurdle a business face is getting a client or
Definitely.
finding the right client. So let's talk
Definitely.
about your initial days, like how you were able to find your first clients for your business.
Okay. So first thing that I would say is maybe like a positive layout for me in life was because I was working in a previous startup and there were some clients associated with that startup as well. So a few of
Okay.
them got acquainted with me and a few of them wanted me to take in. So those pre-existing clients were now in my company's database. So
Okay.
apart from them, word of mouth is really strong. So since I've been
Hmm.
doing a good job for these clients, they have been recommending my service to their mutual connections who are also in business fields. So that's how it slowly grew. And in the initial stage, for me, even like 3 to 4 clients who are recurring will do a good job for me in the initial stage. And that did really good. And
Hmm.
slowly I started expanding. And even through LinkedIn, I got a lot of clients. And basically, it's because of networking and stuff. There's a lot. That's actually a very big topic, like a start. So, but initially, the pre-existing clients and clients in your circle, that
Hmm.
is your in-person circle or in your family circle, friend circle, that's how they actually first suggest. Then slowly it will start booming, and based on your service quality they'll start recommending it to other people as
So what kind of testimonial you got from your first clients? Is it good? Is it bad? It is.
well. Actually, the initially in the when I got my first client, I did not know how properly a CRM works. I
Hmm.
wasn't able to manage everything single-handedly because I used to give tasks to my designer, but
Hmm.
I wasn't able to manage my time at all. So it took a lot of time, right? From invoicing, quotation, and lot of meetings. I couldn't properly schedule anything. So that's
Hmm.
when I was slowly learning about CRM and to find out which CRM works best for me, pricing
Hmm.
wise, quality wise. It took a lot of time, but then initially that was too, chaotic for me. But then down the lane, it became smooth.
Okay. Great. So which CRM you use right now?
So actually, initially I started with Odo, but right now I'm using Zoho.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, Ritik, I actually want to share one interesting story with you that happened with my
Okay.
client. Since mine is a creative startup and it is design based,
Hmm.
so what happened was they give me, there are two types of design services that we do. One is product design and one is, digital design. So
Okay.
basically, a lot of clients don't have the proper idea of branding. So
Okay.
one client came up to me and that client had, a health related app. So basically it's like mindfulness, health positive kind of an app. So they wanted me to come up with brand colors, but the client was really adamant that he wanted neon color in the palette. So
Okay.
I said, you know what? There is this kind of theory in design called as a color theory, where for
Hmm.
each color there is a set of emotions related to psychology. So basically, whatever you're giving me is not matching with your brand values, and it will not also match with the psychology.
Hmm.
So the entire idea of giving someone mindfulness, relaxation from an app, that itself is wrong here.
Hmm.
So the client argued a lot, and then I made him sit, very clearly explained, and I had to prepare a PPT on color theory just for him the next day. And I explained everything from scratch, and then he said, "Okay, fine, I'll go with this." So that's how some clients are like, towards design. They really don't
Hmm.
understand the core principles here. All they think about design is, put some pictures here, put some colors here, doesn't mind what goes where. This is design.
Hmm.
So that's how that story went. I'm actually, there are a lot of stories, but this is one of the most interesting and challenging story of all.
So this is like the, like you visit a market for shopping and you say, this is not like me, please show me something else.
Definitely. Like, that was really challenging though, because some clients are really adamant because they're like, I'm giving you what you want. I'm paying you. So you give me what I want. No, that's not
Hmm.
how it works. If
Hmm.
everybody builds their business in that way, I don't think it will be a very pleasant world right now. It will be so chaotic. So it's like,
Okay.
so it's like, for example, for health, if you're gonna put neon colors, and for some gaming app, if you're gonna put pastel colors, the entire theme is getting collapsed here.
Hmm.
So that was really hard for me to explain.
Okay. And what you do before you start up, like how your start journey started in the corporate world?
Um, Actually, I when I was doing my second year UG,
Okay.
I was searching for a lot of internships here and there, and then luckily I got into a startup, and I
Hmm.
started as a blogger there.
Okay.
So, because I knew to write, okay, like it was okay-ish. So I thought, okay, why not we take a blogging? And I took blogging. And, the plus point of being in a startup or being a part of a startup is that you get to explore the entire startup. You don't have to just sit in your position or do your job. You can
Hmm.
literally go do whatever job you want to, and they'll be thankful for it. So that's how I started off as a blogger, and then slowly they wanted me to do the designs as well, and that's when I was introduced to Canva, and Canva was a
Okay.
very big thing for me at that time. I thought it was something equal to Apple or Android, that kind of a complex technology. I thought Canva was something like that, and gradually I started liking Canva. I started liking a lot of, I like doing design. So I thought, why not we do this more? And that's when, when one of the meetings were going parallelly, I just suddenly popped into it. And I was like,
Hmm.
what are you guys doing? And that's when I found out a new concept about UX designing. And I asked, where can I learn this? And they said, you can't learn it here. You have to go learn it do a proper course in it.
Hmm.
And that's when I was doing, parallelly UX as a professional certificate. But they also asked me to do a chief creative officer role because I was doing good in whatever I was doing. And
Okay.
before that, I was actually doing social media marketing.
Hmm.
So they told, you can navigate through a bit. So why don't you take this role? And after taking that role, I got some recognition from CEO magazine. So that was like really a turning point, and that was literally like a validation for me that I'm going on the right path. And everything was going good, but then I wanted to take design into main focus because a lot of businesses out there, corporates or startups, don't actually value the design part at all.
Hmm.
And it's actually really equally important. So I thought, why not we start this as, a main niche based, startup, and we'll do something different in it. We'll provide some value to
Hmm.
people out there. So that's how the entire journey went through, and that's how the startup came out of this.
Okay. So let's share some learning points. You joined as a blogger.
Yeah,
After that, you handling the social media. After that, you
yeah,
learned the Canva part, and
yeah.
after that, you want to learn the UX UI part. So, what are
Yes.
all the learnings you learn in your four parts of a job role?
So, the four parts that I've actually learned is the main thing that I learned is nobody will teach you nothing. If you want to do something or if you want to know about something, you will have to know it yourself.
Hmm.
And that there's no better way. I mean, there can be 100 ways
Hmm.
where you can go and get the resources and stuff, and people will be ready to teach you. But then make sure that you sit and do it on your own because that will register in your mind so solidly, and nothing else will give you that satisfaction as well. So when I started off as a blogger, I didn't know that I had potential to do design, but only
Hmm.
because I tried out, I got to know that I was capable of designing as well. And
Hmm.
the same applies to social media marketing as well. Initially, not necessary that you should know 100% of everything. You can gradually start to learn.
Hmm.
So if
That's right.
all you just need is an opportunity to start.
Hmm.
So that's the basic thing that I learned in the entire journey.
Okay. Let's talk about the 2 points. Best part working in a startup and the worst part working in a startup.
The best part of working in a startup is you can explore a lot, as I said earlier,
Hmm.
and the people basically in a startup will be more friendly, and
Okay.
the politics comparatively to corporate might be a little bit less. I won't say
Okay.
there is no politics,
Hmm.
but comparatively it will be less.
Okay.
And the worst part of startup
Hmm.
is, even though you get to explore a lot, at some point they'll start pressuring you. They'll
Hmm.
say, right now this person is not available, so you take in. You do
Hmm.
your job as well as his job. So sometimes it's really pressuring. So you have
Hmm.
to sometimes work overtime. You won't have time for yourself.
Hmm.
So those are some, downsides to working in a startup. But other than that, there are a lot of plus sides as well. And
Hmm.
also you will learn a lot about your management side as well, not just your, position, but internally whatever is going in the management side, you can also learn from it, and you can implement it if you're starting a startup of your own.
So, have you got your business idea for the Creatify Lab over your working as a creative director or a social media management in that startup?
Actually, to be honest, it may maybe like for 20%, but
Okay.
the rest is only because my love and passion towards design. Because I would say the courses that I took, it only gave me a lot of, uh, kind of skill related, or, kind of softwares related knowledge. It
Hmm.
did not give me the core principles, or why these principles exist, or from where certain things happen. All of
Hmm.
these are not actually taught in a lot of professional certificates, or even if you take courses.
Hmm.
So that is something actually I wanted to help out a lot of students out there,
Hmm.
because when I was in my college I did not have any proper guidance for
Hmm.
my career.
Hmm.
So if I had known all of this existed when I was, in my school, I would have
Hmm.
taken the right decision to take design.
Hmm.
But it was too late. So after I went into my college, I figured out about all of this. So
Hmm.
I want to make sure that students out there don't struggle with that part. That was a main motive why I wanted to, start this startup.
So, Monisha, like you are handling the creative part, you are handling the CEO part. So, how you balance out both the works?
So basically, when I'm having both the roles on my mind, see, when it comes to CEO, I have to make sure that people under me are doing their job right. And my main task here is to delegate them tasks and see if everything is going right.
Hmm.
And the only part that I have to play there is how I'm going to take the company forward from there, how it is going to expand, the scaling up, and all of those parts is where I have to focus mainly.
Hmm.
But when it comes to the creative part of handling a company, that is where I have to, include a lot of thoughts inside, because we have to make sure that the workplace is, a healthy workplace, how to encourage people, how to get in creative thoughts flowing for them, or
Hmm.
even if we are building a product, or if we are giving a service, how can we stand out from the crowd in a creative manner that also is very subtle,
Hmm.
so that people find our service or product more genuine than the rest of the crowd. So those were all the aspects that I had to focus on. Mainly, we can also say it's user experience or usability.
Hmm.
So literally similar to what I was actually learning. So that was more enjoyable for me, and that was more, kind of, I was excited more about that part. So I had to focus more on this. I had to put more of my energy on this rather than, CEO part. That was a bit okay for me. So this is
Okay.
how I had to balance both of the positions there.
Okay, great. And when you take the decision to start your own startup and quit your job, so how did your family react to this decision?
Uh, well, first of all, when I told them that I was a part of a startup, that itself did not go well for them. They were really against it.
Okay.
Even
Why?
while
But
I
why?
was,
Why? 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 Sorry to interrupt you. Why?
yeah, yeah. Basically, there's this myth, maybe, that, also maybe facts, a little bit of facts there, that, in 100% startup world, there are only kind of 40 to 50% startups that survive, and the rest they shut down. So my parents thought, what if this startup was in the rest? What if this also got to, completely close down? So I had to convince them that, there are stuff going on. We're actually scaling up. Everything is positive here. If it's not positive, I wouldn't be a part of it here. And so they were skeptic about it till the end. And when I came out, they were really happy because they thought I was going to go to, a 9 to 5 job or a corporate job. But that's where the plot twist came again. And I was like, no, I'm going to start a startup of my own. And they were like, one good thing happened and you want to destroy it right now. Go to a 9 to 5 job. That's more secure. So don't start a startup because we don't know if it will be secure. We don't know if you can be financially stable. And we don't know if we have the proper investments with us. So you don't have to go for a startup, go for a 9 to 5 job. But then gradually I started telling them a lot of things. I used to take Google Analytics, show them all the, kind of analytics there. See that not all startups fail. It depends on how you run it, the knowledge you have behind it, how you're taking it in the flow. All of these, like it took for, maybe 1 month for me to convince my parents. And at last they were like, okay. And that's when they asked me about the startup and the niche. And when I told them designing, again, they're like ground zero. They're like, who will start a startup in design? Are you nuts? You can start a startup in tech, or you can start a startup on some other thing. Why do you choose design? It's so easy. Even kids can do design these days. Why do you want to do design? And it was really tough for me to sit and explain every single thing. I literally had to take a workshop for them itself. That's how much I struggled. And, but they were saturated to a point where they were like, you don't talk, do it. I don't want to hear anymore. And that's when they were like, okay, fine, go for it. And that's how they let me to do what I'm doing right.
Okay, great. So how your initial team is getting hired? How you find your first teammates?
Uh, to be honest, I did not find my teammates. My teammates found me. So initially, actually, I have a lot of friends in my circle who are really genuine. So a lot of them wanted to actually start a startup of their own, but since they, want to learn more before they do all of that, and some friends they genuinely want to help me out, and they also want to, be a part of my startup because they are also passionate about design. So all these type of friend circle that I have, they genuinely came forward and they said, you know what, you start a startup, I'll be a part of it. You don't have to pay me initially, but when you start getting profits, you can pay me. And that's how I actually landed my first two uh, teammates. And basically, one of them is a very close friend of mine, and the other one is actually a junior of mine. So recently we hired another person, and additionally we have another person who's doing a part time. The rest 3 to 4 members are full time. Just one of them is part time. So this is how I gathered my teammates. So basically, only like 2 members I guess I hired, but the rest they came and they found me. They were like, "I want to be a part of your startup. I don't want any questions." I was like, "Okay, fine."
Okay, let's break it into the parts. Like you are a founder and CEO, and rest of
Yes.
them are like their work and their responsibilities.
So I am the founder and the CEO, and then I have an AI consultant. So
Okay.
he's right now in France. He's doing his hires there. So and then I have a designer, full-time designer, and the other one is also a designer. So I have two designers, and the part-timer is actually focusing on video editing, content writing, and design. And the rest two are also learning it equally.
Okay. So there are 9 members.
No, there are totally 5 members.
There are totally 5 members.
Yes.
Okay. So your editor is designing as well, or designer editing as well?
Everybody does everything.
Everybody
to be
does
honest.
everything.
Yes, except for the AI consultant.
That part we don't do. Only he does that part. Except for that, the designers they are fluent with every other thing as well.
Okay. What is AI consultant do exactly?
So actually, we're planning to build a product. Maybe we can say a software or a product. It's
Okay.
not confirmed yet, but it's basically where we integrate AI and where we kind of give an input, a design input, and
Hmm.
it will automatically analyze your design using design principles. It will give you analytics based on your design where you have to improve, what are the factors that are behind it, and all of the analysis, your score, everything will be given by that AI software. So we're trying to build it parallelly right now.
Okay.
So we have just started, so I'm not able to give you more information on that, but that's
Okay.
how it is.
And your company is bootstrap.
Yeah, completely bootstrap.
Okay. और अभी कितना time हो चुका है basically your when you registered your company?
I think my company was registered on the month of April. Yeah, April end.
This April end.
Yes, this April end.
So it hardly April end means 4 months.
Yes, 4
So
months.
are you profitable right now? The biggest question of the video is.
Yes, I am profitable.
So is uncle and auntie are happy right now? Are they proud
Uh,
of you?
even though I'm profitable, I'm not able to. I mean, they're not 100% satisfied.
Hmm.
They're okay satisfied. They're like, whenever someone asks my mom or dad, what is she doing? What is she, doing right now in career aspect? All they tell is she just runs some business that's related to design. That's all we know. First, she was a designer. Now she's doing it in her own company. That's it. That's what they say. So, yeah, it's 50-50 again.
Okay, great. So how many customers you are handling per month as of now?
So right now we are handling somewhere between there are 6 to 7 clients who are recurring,
Okay,
and we have around for this month we have around I guess 8 to 9 clients who are non-recurring.
8 to 9 clients are not reckoning. Okay.
Yes.
So because certain services only need one-time service, and certain services you will be needing monthly.
Hmm.
So that's how we actually categorize both the clients. And the recurring parts is like it keeps going.
Hmm.
The non-recurring ones will be like a one-time, but in those clients, for example, if it's a website design,
Hmm.
though some clients they also request for a maintenance
Hmm.
or
Okay.
updation of websites.
Hmm.
So in that case, they'll also convert into a recurring client.
Okay, great. So let's talk and discuss about the points how your clients finding you and how you finding your new clients.
Okay, how my clients find me is primarily through LinkedIn
Okay,
and then through my circle, as I said earlier.
like reference.
And yeah, reference.
Okay.
So since right now it's like a big network right now. So before it was just me, but since now I have 3 to 4 members under me, they're also, spreading the word. And from their circle also, people are approaching.
Hmm.
So that's also a way we get clients. And
Okay.
the fourth one is I would recommend a networking sessions or conferences because it happens a lot in every state, in every city. It keeps happening. You have a lot. It's like BNI. There are a lot of chapters in BNI itself. So you can attend BNI meetings or you can attend a lot of networking conferences that will, constantly be happening here in Chennai. So when you go there, you will kind of meet a lot of other entrepreneurs. They'll
Hmm.
have certain needs. You will basically market yourself over there,
Hmm.
and the right people will connect with you. And even if you don't have the direct connection,
Hmm.
even if you're capable enough to market your service to one of the person present there, they will extend your service to their circle.
Okay.
So you can get indirect connections as well.
Hmm.
So that's also a way how I get my clients.
So you telling me three ways. First is LinkedIn. Second,
First is LinkedIn. Second one is word of mouth.
word of mouth.
Third is I said conferences and meetings.
Conferences.
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about the first point. On LinkedIn, what are the suggestions you want to give to the creative designers to getting clients? How to
Uh,
optimize your LinkedIn for getting leads?
So actually, the thing is, there's this concept called cold marketing or cold mailing, also they say.
Hmm.
They keep sending you, messages on how you can improve your brand or business by, connecting with them as a service. So I come across a lot of cold messages for me in LinkedIn. I mean, there are a lot of messages where they're like super harsh. They're like, you better take this or else your brand is going down. So that's one set of marketing where they are so harsh. But the other set is where it's very subtle. They're like, your brand is doing well
Hmm.
with us. It will boost you a little bit, and you will get more of traffic through this service.
Hmm.
So when I was getting all of this initially, I thought it was kind of intimidating for me. But then gradually I understood that, there's a way how you communicate your marketing skills to a client on LinkedIn. So the first thing is you have to be subtle. The
Hmm.
second thing is you'll have to tell them why they need your service in a
Okay.
very, very subtle manner, not in a forcible manner. Saying, if you don't take this, then you're going down. No, that's not the way. So you have to be very subtle. And the third thing is, it'll be amazing if you give them a sample of their own. For example, if they have a website, I can
Hmm.
take the content from the website and I can redesign the content, just like one part of the website. I can redesign it. I can send them as a PDF and I say, this is the content that I have prepared for your website.
Hmm.
So this will enhance your website traffic. This will enhance your SEO, your brand visibility, and this will attract more customers for you. So this is
Hmm.
just a sample one. This is from our creativity side. But knowing your brand values mission, we can take this furthermore and in a very, very good manner.
Hmm.
So if you really want to, please do reach out to us. And 70% of the time it works out. People are
Okay.
reaching out and they say they want to do the service. So this is how you have to reach out through LinkedIn.
Okay. First done. LinkedIn done. How people will recommend your work from word of mouth?
So basically, is right now we share everything in our WhatsApp status or on our Instagram pages.
Hmm.
So that is something that we also follow here. Is for example, we take testimonials, reviews, we post it on our Instagram pages and also on our WhatsApp pages.
Hmm.
So that will gradually take some traction, and people from their circle will get curious and they'll ask if they have any business. They'll come and ask the quality of our service to
Hmm.
that person who is actually linked. And that person will tell them that, this is a very good quality service. You can take it. You can have a consultation with them. And if
Hmm.
you feel it's the right fit for you, you can go for it. And that's when
Okay.
they are directed to us. And then we'll book a consultation with them and we'll talk with them. And that's when we convert that client. So this is how it goes when mostly it's through status. Sometimes it's word of mouth.
Hmm.
So basically, that's how that gets us clients.
Okay. यहाँ पे एक important question है. Who is closing the sales calls as of now for the creative?
so I told you right that we have a part timer. He
हाँ.
does it.
He
Okay.
does that as well. So
Okay.
basically, he'll balance both of it. We don't pressurize him. If he is not able to do all of it, then we have other team members as well. They'll, help them out as
Okay, great. Let's come to the last point. That is, go to a networking event. My question is, how I can find which networking event is going to be happen in my city or maybe in nearby city.
So basically, there's a lot of websites for it. If you just go on to Google and type networking conferences near me,
Hmm.
there a lot of websites are actually created for showing you what are all the activities that are going around you. I'm not able to remember the name of the website, but there's this one website where there are a lot of domains, or there's a lot of partitions where you can go for fun activities, networking activities, business activities, or even for family activities.
Hmm.
So basically workshops, everything is present in that website. So there are basically two to three websites similar to that.
Hmm.
So in that itself, you will get to know what are the networking events that are happening near you, the timings, the registration fee, all of it will be on in there. Or you can go for Instagram pages. There are a lot of networking, sites or pages on Instagram where they'll give you official updates on where it is happening and what time it is happening, the registration fee, the kind of entrepreneurs that will be present there, everything will be updated through that as well.
Okay, great.
So, Ritik, I forgot to tell you one main aspect of one main aspect of getting clients.
Okay.
It's actually running ads. It's a very known thing to a lot of people, but ads was something that we took on maybe 2 months before. But
Okay.
before that, we used to only run for, I mean, before that, we used to get clients. But in certain domains, for example, if I had to do user research for some product, or if I
Hmm.
had to do a service based on web design or application design.
Hmm.
So, and if I feel I need more clients and I can manage more clients, that's when I go for ads.
Okay.
So
Which
in face,
sorry to interrupt you. Which ads
yeah,
you are
yeah.
talking about? Facebook, Google, Instagram ads,
I'm talking about Facebook ads, Meta ads.
Meta ads. Okay.
Yeah.
So in Meta Ads, you can manage both Facebook and Instagram. I would
Okay.
never suggest Google Ads for any people who are beginning in
Okay.
a business or startup. So Google Ads price range is very much, higher than
Okay.
Meta Ads. Meta Ads, it will be low and it will be beginner friendly as well.
Okay.
So in Meta Ads, we run our ads based on what service we are going to put forward.
Hmm.
We basically prepare a content,
Hmm.
a show reel, and we upload it.
Hmm.
And you will have a lot of preferences in Meta Ads, like the target audience, the region, all of that will be set. And after that, we'll run the ad. Maybe we'll run the ad for maybe 1 to 2 weeks
Hmm.
based on the traction. If we feel we can expand it, or if we feel we might manage more clients as well, we'll extend the ad timeline.
Okay.
So
That's how we used to get clients through ad as well.
So what is the ROS you generated with your ads? Like how much you spend and how much you are able to generate?
so
Ads, basically, I spend around 17,000.
One
for
seven.
my ads, yeah, 17, 1 7,
Okay.
17,000.
But the return that I get is around, I sometimes also get 1 to 1.5, because
What?
the
Sorry, 1 to 1.5 what? Thousand
Lakhs.
lakhs.
Lakhs, yes.
Okay.
So, as I said earlier, our services is sometimes, application design, web design, and
Hmm.
depending on what complexity they want in that, the
Hmm.
price range increases.
Hmm.
So, if we simply take just one web design, that will come around 60,000. So, even if I roughly get 3 to 4 clients,
Hmm.
I can very easily get up to 1.5 at the minimum.
Hmm.
So my investment here will be just 17,000, but my returns will be around 1.5. So
Hmm.
if you're smart enough to target your audience,
Hmm.
then you can definitely get a very, very high amount of ROI.
So that's how
Okay.
it is.
Nice, great. So, Abhi, what is your future plan for running ads or for acquiring the clients? Like, are you seeing much more clients who can pay more, like a high ticket clients?
Well, for now, since we were only focusing on service, for that we were running ads parallelly. I told you all the other three methods how we were getting clients. That was working really good. But right now, since our focus is also going on workshops, I mean, we have to do a bit of marketing for our workshops as well. So we've just started for our workshops part. So we are also already running workshops in 2 to 3 colleges here in Chennai, and
Okay.
I'm getting a positive review. And slowly I might, take in some testimonials or reviews from the students, how they feel, what are the things that I have to improve, and
Hmm.
all of that. And based on it, I might, create maybe, a proposal out of it. Because right now we're actually constructing our website and it's almost going to get published maybe in like 3 to 4 days, because we had to combine both our workshop content in it as well.
Hmm.
So probably we might send in proposals out to some colleges. That's how we might market our workshops, based on
Okay.
how it has kind of empowered students, or how it has actually benefited students, and how it might benefit if they take on this.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that's how we'll have to market the workshop part. And we can't run ads for workshops, for college workshops. But maybe if it is online webinars, then
Hmm.
maybe we can go for ads.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, tell me.
Please continue. Sorry.
No, I was about to say that for the offline part, we can't do ads. We can just go and put out proposals.
Okay. Let's break it into parts, like how you are started your workshop, like how you contacted to the colleges, how you convince them, and what are all the learnings you share with the students.
So actually, it all started in my college. They actually wanted me to come, and they wanted me as a guest speaker for entrepreneurship
They
And I
want.
went.
So they reach
Yes,
out to you.
yes, they reached out to
Okay.
me.
on LinkedIn.
Okay.
So I went to my college and I had to give a lecture on entrepreneurship, and that's when a lot of staffs from my college, they were like, got to know about what I do.
Hmm.
They got to know about me through LinkedIn, so they did their research as well. So they thought there's this design department in my college that only came before 1 or 2 years. It
Okay.
wasn't there when I was studying actually. So, so the design department, they wanted me to take in workshops if I can.
Okay.
So they said it will be really helpful for them, and that's when I said, okay, fine, I'll do it. And that's how it started. And since I've been doing workshops there in this college,
Hmm.
through a lot of staffs over there, a lot of professors over there, they have a lot of connections, right?
Hmm.
So they're interconnected with a lot of colleges as well.
Hmm.
So if you get one good recommendation there in with any one professor, that's more than enough. They'll initiate, they'll just spread it.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
that's how the it got spread. And few other colleges also reached out to me and they asked me if I can come there and if I can take workshops there.
Okay.
So I didn't do anything. I only went to my college, did my workshops. To be honest, I did not even take in testimonials or reviews yet because it's ongoing right now.
Hmm.
So even before I've started the entire process, people are already coming and reaching out.
Hmm.
So that is something really, really powerful. I'll always say to anybody who is in a career main focus aspect, be it corporate or be it startup, make sure you have the right connections and be subtle to everybody. Don't mess anything up. So that's how connections actually are helping me out in the workshop basis.
Okay. Great. So, as a profitable venture you are running right now, so what is your day schedule? How you manage all the tasks and your daily life? Are you a work-life
Okay.
balance person or you're a workaholic person? What
No,
type
I'm
of
not a
person
workaholic
Monisha
person.
is?
I'm definitely not a workaholic person. I do
Okay.
enjoy doing my work, but I'm not entirely into work the entire day. So basically, how my day goes is I get up around 10 a.m. in the morning.
And
10 a.m.
yes,
Okay.
10 a.m.
Okay.
I get up at 10 a.m. And that's how actually that's when our business hour also starts. So at 10 a.m., first we have a meeting with my teammates.
Okay.
We discuss all the tasks of what is going to happen on that day. If we have any meetings with clients, if we have any conversions to do, or if there are some people who are willing to know more about our service, we'll have to, schedule meetings for that as well.
Hmm.
So we generally talk about everything, and I delegate all the tasks to everybody. And after delegating everything, I'll have a few meetings for myself where, a few of the clients will want to talk to me
Hmm.
personally, and some they might also want to talk about the future of their brand. I also do brand consultation, so they also talk about it as well. So that meetings and all are scheduled, and I do that. And after that, I take some break. I go eat. I have my lunch, and after that, what I do is I'll make sure I watch some, good movie or something. I'll chill for some time, and after that, maybe half an hour or something is all I do. And after that, I get back with my team. I'll ask for updates, the half day updates, whatever is happening. And for the rest of the half of the day, what are the tasks, or if sometimes there are last minute tasks that come up. So, for example, if I had scheduled a meeting with a client tomorrow, suddenly they'll pop up to me today and they'll say, I want a meeting today. And that's when again we'll have to prepare a PPT, we'll have to, everything will go bustling and we'll have to do all of that. So that'll all happen in that time. And after that, again, everybody will go on with their work, and I'll get on to my LinkedIn. I'll see if I can talk to some people and if I can get some clients from there as well, because as I say, personal branding is also very important. And I'll make sure I talk to a lot of people, and a lot of connections also reach out, and they also tell a lot of stuff. And lately, a lot of connections that I've met through LinkedIn, they want to reach out in person and they want to discuss about their brand as well.
Okay.
So it's like a offline in-person meeting. So for 1 week, I at least meet 3 to 4 people.
Offline.
Offline.
Okay.
And so with them, I schedule a meet. I go out and I talk with them. And after I come back, I'll again update and I'll see what is happening there. And if all the tasks are over, we'll make sure that we complete all the tasks by 8 p.m.
Okay.
Because I want everybody to have their own time. I don't want them to overwork. So if there is like too much pressure, then we close it by 8:30 max. But what I always inculcate here is that if you finish the work by 5 o'clock, you're free. I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to ask anything from you. You can have
Okay.
your time. So that's how it works. Mostly people finish it off by 6 p.m.
Okay.
So 6 is the max, but in some circumstances we extend it till 8. So, for example, if I finish it off by 6 o'clock, then I go and have some break. I have some coffee. I'll sit. I'll talk with my family, because that's when my dad comes home, and my sister is at home. My mom's at home. So we all sit and we talk for some time.
Definitely not about my startup, but about their lives.
What's happening in their lives? They might have some problems. I might consult them in that aspect as well. So after everything is over, we'll have dinner. And after dinner, I sit and I watch a lot of TED shows, TED Talks. So that's something I'm very addicted to. And I really love TED Talks. And basically, I mostly watch in creative aspect and management aspect for TED Talks.
Okay.
So that really helps me out there. And after I've completed with my TED Talks, I watch it around 1.5 to 2 hours. So, say for example, if I watch it for 1.5 hours, after that, I listen to some podcasts. So, there's this, sometimes I watch podcasts and sometimes I listen to podcasts based on how my mood is on that day. So if I'm really tired, I only listen to podcasts. But if I'm okay, if I'm a little bit active, then I watch video podcasts because I love podcasts. So I watch podcasts on finance. I watch podcasts on life enhancement or spiritual everything. So Raj Shamani, right? I watch Beer Biceps. So a lot of podcast shows that I actually like. So I watch all of that, and after all of this is over, I make sure has slept in my house. And after everybody has gone to sleep, I have another. Actually, we have 3 rooms in my house, so I go to the third room, and I have actually done a little bit of soundproofing there, and I sit and I practice my singing, because parallelly I also sing. A lot of people don't know, but I also sing. So I make sure, because my parents have as in a brown household where you're not supposed to leave your talents. Even if you don't make a use of it, you will have to keep your talents. So they're like, practice singing somehow. We don't care. We don't care about design and startup. Make sure you practice singing. So even if I don't practice UX in a day, I at least go and practice singing. So I sit and I sing for around 2 hours. And after everything is over, I come to my bed. I simply sit, and then when I'm a bit sleepy. I mean, I'll go through reels and all. I'll see reels, I'll see Instagram posts, I'll also reply a few of my friends' messages, and after that, I'll go to sleep. But the one thing that happens when you're in a startup and when you're actually a founder of a startup, one main problem is you'll not get sleep. No matter how much tired you are, you will never get sleep, because if I'm planning to sleep now and I'm very sleepy, my eyes will literally close, but still I can't sleep because in my mind, thousands of things will run. What should I do for this coming week? Should I do something new? How should I scale up this in the next 10 years? Even if someone randomly pops up to me and asks me, where will you be in 10 years? What should I answer? Well, a lot of questions will be going in my mind. And it will be very chaotic inside your head that you can't even sleep properly. Even if I sleep, if I doze off, suddenly I might get some idea or some spark. And I'll tell you something that connected here is we were talking about how I named my company, right?
Yes.
You won't believe when I got that idea when I was sleeping. I was literally in middle of my sleep, and I got up and I saw the time. It was 4:30 a.m.
You got an
And
idea. Creatify lab.
Yeah, I was just sleeping, and then suddenly I got to know there's this word called PHI5. Why didn't I think about it? Why didn't I connect it? And that's in literally at 4:30 a.m. I took my laptop, I searched, I started the logo designing at that time itself. And then my mom suddenly she just barged in my room and she's like, "What are you doing with all the lights on? What are you doing right now?" And she was like, "You better sleep right now. Next day you do whatever you want. I'm not gonna ask anything." That's how much. But when you're having that idea inside you and you can't do it at the time, it's very, it's like you get that aggression that you can't do it at that time right away. So that's how I actually got my idea when I was sleeping. So that's how a lot of ideas I get while I'm sleeping. I have to get up and I have to think what should I do. And that's something that is really useful is my phone notes. If
Okay.
I'm sleeping, my phone is next to me, and if I get some idea, and I'll just take my phone, put it in notes, keep it aside, and sleep. So that in the morning I can get a reference of what I was thinking at the night, or else I'll totally forget it. So that's how my entire day goes, and there's no sleep at all.
As a founder, life is tough.
definitely tough.
Okay, great. So thank you so much, Monisha, for sharing us such a wonderful story, and all the best for your future plans. In the last section of the video, what kind of learning and challenges you want to share with the audience in a points? Like if somebody wants to start their career in a creative industry, what points he or she should consider, and what all the learning he or she should have.
I would say first is to find what you're passionate about, really passionate about, and I'll also put something here that no matter what work you do, it's definitely going to be pressuring at some point. But at least choose the work that you really love. It's okay to get pressured by the work that you love, but to get pressured by the work that you don't love, it's not very entertaining.
So I would suggest that,
Really deep, really deep.
yes, of course, because that's the truth.
People think if they do what they love, it's not going to be pressuring. No, that's actually a myth. Everything will be pressuring, but make sure you choose the right thing that you can get pressurized for. So I would say to find out what it is, explore a lot, because right now we have a lot of resources. We have network. I mean, you can literally go and talk to anybody. You can get to know about anything. You can use your net. You can research a lot. So also I would say there are a lot of there are a lot of phishing outside when it comes to building your company. There might, they might say you just invest this particular amount, we will build everything for you. Don't believe anything. Please, if you are planning to build your startup, don't believe anybody, especially in your finance management. So make sure that you do your proper research. Don't get stressed. Initially, it will be very stressing, but don't get stressed. and it's a long journey to go. Don't give up. If you are in startup, you should never give up. So that's also something that I'd love to say here.
Okay. Thank you so much, Monisha, for such a wonderful points. And guys, if you're still watching the video, I hope you get some interesting learnings from this video. For that, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And you can connect with Monisha. I added all the links for the LinkedIn and the website in the description box below. You can connect with her if somebody wants to need some kind of a service. She's also available. Please send her a connection request. And Monisha, please try to answer a few comments. If somebody asks some kind of a creative comment, I don't able to answer that.
No problem. I'll definitely comment.
Thank you so much, Monisha.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ritik.
Thank you.